The focus of this highlight is going to be on planning. So you've just worked through all of the different aspects of the 6-stage process. And what a lot of people don't realize is at the heart of it, what really makes it work well is the discipline of planning. And so one key concept is any meeting worth having is worth planning. So you always want to allocate and allow for the time to do that, regardless of what stage you're in. Whether you're in the first part of the process and you're just getting to know people, or you're in this strategic selling part of the process and really you're trying to advance forward and play the game at a really high level to strategically sell. So the first key part of the discipline is make time for planning. The second piece of it is to use the 3 best practices in planning. The first is to use a structure. We're going to introduce that a little bit more in depth as you work through the rest of the tutorial, but you'll have a process, a way to think through your planning on a regular basis. And once you kind of commit that process to your mind's eye and your memory, it'll be easier for you to pick up the pieces of it as you're going into a meeting or you're preparing with others on your team. And the second best discipline or the best practice in planning is to use a team. So you want to think about, how can I draw others into this? If you're planning for an opportunity and you're going to a meeting by yourself, you can use somebody else as a sounding board. Or if you are in a team selling situation, as part of your planning, you want to collaborate. You want to think about what role does each person have in the planning process, but also in the meeting process. And then the last piece is that we would encourage you in the very beginning, as you start to execute this process, to write your planning down. Really, it helps build your confidence and your competence in starting to use this process and the tools and the fundamentals really effectively. So as you start to learn and execute the sales game process, don't forget to plan and prepare for every single meeting in the game.